Hey, so someone brought it to my attention I should share some or all of the things I do with investing, mostly digital currency, to other people. And at first I was like, why? But he shared some good points, so I'm not going to cover. I'm going to try to make this video as fast and potent as possible. I don't really care about YouTube, and I've never made a YouTube video. So basically, this is an integrated investment strategy that shares a lot of common knowledge. It's a profitable and automated passive income, and it's using Bitcoin. It's all online, and you could start with as little as $100. And once you watch this video, no experience is going to be required. And you can start with 100, but the more money you have, the more you're going to make. And by no means am I telling anyone to quit their day job. I'm actually going to show you how to make it worth more. So not only using the money you're getting paid to make more money, but while you're working, you're going to be getting paid. Your phone will be going off with PayPal payments. It's pretty sweet. So here's what I'm going to cover. Mostly this video is going to be centered around Xcoins, which is a place where you can instantly get Bitcoin, or if you provide Xcoins with Bitcoin, you can, quote, lend it out for a profit. I'll cover and show my CoinBase account where you can buy and sell Bitcoin and other currencies I'm not going to talk about. I'll talk about PayPal, which is a payment processor. If you don't know what PayPal is, please just stay tuned so I can melt your brain. I'm going to talk about cloud mining, which is basically online investing in a summary. I'm going to talk about Hashcoins and Genesis and show both of my accounts. I'm also going to touch on Solid TrustPay, which is another payment processor that Xcoins is integrated with. You can either use PayPal or you can use Solid TrustPay. And I'll also mention the best ways to get large amounts of Bitcoin for our more deep pocket investors. Here's what you're going to absolutely need and what you'll want to just make this insanely easy. You're going to need Bitcoin, which you can get, it doesn't matter where it comes from, but to start, you'll need Bitcoin. And you put that into Xcoins, so you're going to need an Xcoins account, and you're also going to need a PayPal account. And what you're going to want to just make this so awesome is an account with Coinbase, so you can use a PayPal debit card. And to make this super profitable, especially in the long run, you're going to want a cloud mining account with either HashFlare or Genesis. And I want to put out a warning. If you go off on a tangent and start doing research, most BTC investment sites are likely a scam, especially anywhere that only accepts Bitcoin as a payment. It's likely a scam. HashFlare, been a company for 3 years. They'll take credit card, banks. They're very transparent. You know who owns them. Don't worry about it. You're also going to want a PayPal debit card or a PayPal business account, which may not be necessary, but if it is, a business is not required. Anyone can upgrade to a PayPal, quote, business account in about 3 minutes. Doesn't take any verification. So whether the personal accounts let you have a debit card or not, all you need is a card, and that's so you can spend on Coinbase. So here's the summary. You make this account on Xcoins and you give them Bitcoin, and however much Bitcoin they get, they're going to send dollars to your PayPal account, and it's going to be 115% in relation to the Bitcoin they receive. So you give Xcoins $100 worth of Bitcoin, your PayPal is going to get $115, assuming someone buys all of it, or I'm sorry, borrows all of it. And as soon as your PayPal gets a payment, you can immediately buy more Bitcoin from Coinbase. But that's only if you use a PayPal debit card. Coinbase doesn't take PayPal, but they'll take any Visa, MasterCard, prepaid card, debit card, credit card, whatever. However, Coinbase does charge a 3.99% fee for all cards, but one thing that helps negate this is the fact that the PayPal debit card is actually 1% cash back on all purchases you make if you don't use your PIN. So as soon as you get a PayPal payment, you can buy more Bitcoin and send it right back to Xcoins. So if you start with $100, you get $115 to your PayPal account, you buy more Bitcoin from Coinbase, and you get $110.90, 40 cents, and you send that to Xcoins, and Xcoins will send you $126.96, and that can all happen in a couple hours, just starting with 100, and obviously the cycle continues. But I'm talking about basically buying and lending Bitcoin for a 15% profit and paying a 4% fee to even buy the Bitcoin. So the question is, what is the best way to get Bitcoin? Obviously, you can buy large amounts, but even deeper than that, where does Bitcoin come from? Well, It's kind of like anything. Apples, for example, if you want apples, where are you going to go buy them? You can go to the grocery store and pay full retail, or you can go to a market and maybe buy in bulk. But what if you bought directly from the farmer? That would probably be cheapest, but not exactly easy to do. But even more profitable, what if you were the farmer? That's definitely going to be the most profitable situation to get apples, or in this case, Bitcoin. So with Bitcoin, it comes from mining. And if you know anything about mining, it's a pain in the ass, it's complicated, but luckily you can actually just go online and pay a site money and start mining Bitcoin, which is where this site HashFlare comes into play. Basically, you throw them money with credit card, bank, whatever, Bitcoin, like there's a couple different payment methods. And essentially, if you give them $1,000 with the choice I'm going to show you, they're going to give you $2,000 a year for life on the current rate. But that payment is paid every 24 hours. So however much you give HashFlare, as little as $13.50 all the way to over 100 grand, they're going to double that in a year. But it doesn't stop after a year. So you give them $1,000, after the first year you'll have 2 grand. After the second year you'll have 4 grand. But you get your first payment in less than 24 hours, and it's paid in Bitcoin, which obviously you can send back to X coins, and it goes to PayPal and completes the cycle. Now, HashFlare does accept Bitcoin as a payment, but that doesn't really make sense if you're going to be paying any fees. So my suggestion is take your X coins payment and use about half of your profit every month. Use your PayPal debit card to buy with HashFlare and get 1% cash back on it and not pay any Bitcoin fees. So the bottom line of this video is you give X coins $100 with Bitcoin, you get $115 in your PayPal account. But I harped a lot about Coinbase. I want to cover the Coinbase fees and transaction fees. So let me lay out something for you. If you spend $100 on Coinbase, 3.99% is going to be taken out of that. That leaves you with $96 worth of Bitcoin. Anytime you send Bitcoin, there's going to be a transaction fee or a miner fee, which is what HashFlare does and why it's so freaking profitable. Now this is going to be a fixed fee no matter how much you're sending. On Coinbase today it's about $2, maybe $1.60. So if you're only buying $100 worth, you're going to get $96.01 worth. If you spend $2 to send that, you're only going to send $94 to X coins. X coins is going to give 115% back to you in PayPal, which only leaves you with $8.10 for profit, or 8.1% profit. Now, this is with $100. Let's compare that to $500. Your 3.99% fees taken out, that leaves you with $4.80. That fixed fee of $2 is taken out, that leaves you with $4.78. Xcoins gives you 115% back to your PayPal. That's $52.05 worth of profit, which is a 10.4% compared to an 8.1%. So the bottom line is whatever Xcoins gets, they're going to give you 115% to your PayPal. And the second thing to take away from this page is the larger purchases, the better. Because this will go, the more you spend, the closer and closer this will get infinitely to 15%. Now, let me cover HashFlare. HashFlare is a website where you give them money, and like I said, they'll basically double it within a year. And it doesn't stop at a year, it pays out for life. This is a snippet from an account's payout. I know it's small numbers, but so what we have here is there's different options when you invest with HashFlare. These are different algorithms, they're called. So SHA-256 is the algorithm that mines Bitcoin. Now it looks like on HashFlare that SHA-256 is the most profitable, but what they're not accounting for on their dashboard is the maintenance fees that are taken out. So this is to help explain the maintenance fees. We have our SHA payout, we have our Skrill payout, this is a Dash payout, which I'm not even going to talk about, and these are the maintenance fees for SHA and Skrill. So SHA, here is the payout, 00236289, which is found here, and again, this is all in the same day. So the payout is here, and the maintenance fee for that day is found here. So if we divide the maintenance fee by the payout, 43% of what they're paying for SHA-256 is maintenance fees. So they might show you that you're making 10 grand a year, but you're actually only making 6,700 a year after maintenance fees. Now Script, we can see here, is a payout 000-38863. Here's our payout, here's our maintenance fee for that day, which is up here. This is actually only 10.2% of your payout. And if you look at the dashboard, it'll show that SHA-256 is a little more profitable than Script. And if you don't know what Script is, it's actually something, algorithm, computer words, blah, 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 that mines Litecoin, and for whatever reason, HashFlare turns it into Bitcoin and pays you in Bitcoin. So trust me, after my 6 months of experience, the bottom line is HashFlare Script algorithm is the most profitable cloud mining. I will talk about Genesis mining for anyone that's flipping shit. So now let's look at these actual sites. I'm going to show you Xcoins. I'll kind of show you PayPal without showing anyone's name. I'm going to show you what Coinbase looks like with high limits. I'll show you my HashFlare account, my Genesis mining account, and my corporate Solid Trust Pay account, which is another Xcoins processor. And after that, you're going to be ready to make some money. Alright, so this is my Xcoins account. You can see I've made a total profit of $2,625 since, I guess I started in April, but I didn't really start until June. So I'd say I'm making over $1,000 a month, kind of doing nothing. What I want to show you first is what a payment looks like to you I'm covering up the PayPal payment ID and the person's name behind this window. So someone took $440 worth of Bitcoin, and my total payment was $516, leaving me with a profit of $61. Now, one thing Xcoins does is they amazingly calculate and account for the PayPal processing fee, which is included in your payment, which still leaves you with a 15% profit, making the total payment I got from this $501.63. This plus this. The loan origination fee goes to Xcoins at no expense to you. So let me back out and kind of show you my, the activity page, which is kind of the main page as a lender. This is what it looks like. So you can see, like, today, this is what it looks like when you deposit Bitcoin, this icon right here. This was, I think this is one of my daily cloud mining payments. This is what it looks like if you refer someone, and, I've referred one person, and he made a sale or a loan, and I got 38 cents from it, $1.12 from him. This is what it looks like when you withdraw Bitcoin. And just to let people know, I've only signed up one person for a total commission of maybe, it's like $20 or $30. Total commission $27. I have one sign up. He's an employee. He did some stupid advertising thing. This is what tier 2 is if you refer someone and they refer someone. Whatever he did obviously isn't working. Out of 7,000 people, one person signed up and bought whatever. So just don't think me referring people or the one person I referred is part of my profit, because it's not. So my profit is $2,625, and that's from a total deposit of $22,345. Do not get scared of this number, because that's a lot of money for anyone, including me. And at no time has my account balance ever been higher than maybe $800. So don't think that you need $22,000 to make $2,600, because if you give Xcoins $100, your lending volume is $100. They're going to pay you $115. If you reinvest that, your lending volume is going to be $215 is what it's going to show. At no time is your Bitcoin ever locked up to where you cannot withdraw it. It's not like an investment site or cloud mining site where you give them Bitcoin and they keep it. If you give Xcoins $100 worth of Bitcoin, you can either withdraw it if it's not being borrowed, or you can wait for someone to get it, and they're going to give you all of that back plus your profit. So at no time is your money ever trapped. This is the profit that you make. So out of $22,000, I've made this much profit, and this is from people making a chargeback on PayPal, which I got 4 chargebacks in one day after using Xcoins for a couple months. And I was waiting to make this video to see how it turned out on PayPal, and one of the four is settled, and it was settled in my favor. And I was waiting to see if this number was going to change on Xcoins, and the answer is no. Because my profit is actually, they take your profit minus if someone tries to charge back, and that's your net profit. My net profit is actually $155 more because the person lost their case. Xcoins actually gives you these documents automatically. You don't have to ask for them. If someone tries to make a chargeback on PayPal, they give you a loan contract that the person digitally signed, and they give you a delivery confirmation, and this includes the pictures of them holding their ID with their handwritten note. It shows their IP address. I mean, Xcoins, I guess, used to be kind of bad about this, but in April, I actually read an article about how they hired a new person to fight fraud, and that's when I actually started using it. And it seems to be pretty good. I have 3 cases pending. I haven't lost one, so I'm waiting to see how that turns out. But so far I'm 1 for 1 winning the cases. Xcoins could not make it more, proof. So let me show you my PayPal, which I do not use PayPal. I have a lot of payment processors. I'm actually a CEO of a corporation, but PayPal is kind of the best option. As you can see, this is all of 2017, just a couple random payments, and then I started using Xcoins in late April, and the payments to PayPal are definitely going up because Xcoins keeps making me more money, so I keep giving them more money, and by giving them, I really mean giving me. I also talked about CoinBase. Let me show you CoinBase. This is what it looks like when you sign up. You just go to buy, sell. You can buy Bitcoin and these other currencies I'm not going to talk about in this video. You have a card limit and a bank limit. My card limit is actually $5,000 a week. I think when you sign up, they start you with $2,000 right now. Maybe they do a soft credit check. I'm not sure. One thing I always wondered about Coinbase is what is the highest the limits go? And for me, it's $15,000 a week with a bank account and $5,000 a week with a card. When Coinbase first came out a year ago, it was like $150 a week. So when you start out, they may give you a $2,000 a limit, and if this is the only place you're going to buy Bitcoin and you send it to Xcoins, you're going to make about an 11% profit just using your PayPal card, like I talked about. So that's, if your limit is $2,000 a week, you're going to make $220 a week in profit, or $880 a month. Now, this is a weekly limit, and it actually goes up like by the minute. So it's not like every week it resets. It's like every hour it goes up a couple dollars. And when you have a PayPal account, I'm sorry, when you have a Coinbase account and you want to increase your limits, you go to buy, sell, and you see this button right here, increase limits, and it's going to say upload your ID, or maybe spend $2,000 of this payment method and it will increase. I'm actually to the point where I can't even increase my limits anymore, but I also don't have a corporate account, which I could, but I'm not going to. So if you want to make even more money, you can use your bank account to buy Bitcoin, because Coinbase doesn't charge that 4% fee for using your bank. It might be more like 1%. But I want to stress, you want to use your card limit to the max every week, because it's just so quick to go from Xcoins to PayPal to Coinbase back to Xcoins like within an hour. It's well worth it. If you have a lot of money to start with, maybe, start sending money from PayPal to your bank, which PayPal actually sends money to your bank account within 2 days. They've shortened the time, I've noticed this year. It says 1 day. Sometimes it takes 1 day. Sometimes it takes 2. If you buy Bitcoin with Coinbase using your bank account, it can take up to 5 days, kind of depending on holidays, whatever. But it's cheaper, so you don't have to wait until all the money you invested in Xcoins is in PayPal. If you invest $1,000 in Xcoins to start and you get $500 in PayPal, maybe shoot that $500 to your bank, and once it gets there, buy $500 with your bank account on Coinbase, and the other $500 remaining you invested with Xcoins. Whenever that gets sent back to PayPal, use your card, and just always use your card limit, because it's worth the convenience fee. All right, so this is my HashFlare account. I used to invest a lot of money in Genesis mining, which I'll show you after this, but I've realized HashFlare is more profitable, and I was investing into SHA-256, which is the Bitcoin algorithm, and then Script is down here, which is the something algorithm, computer words, blah, 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 Litecoin gives you Bitcoin. These two options are lifetime contracts, which means if you buy these, they will pay you out for life. They have other options where you can mine Ether, you can mine Dash, but they only last 1 year. And I promise you the bottom line is Script is the most profitable. So let's see, I have 15 millihashes of power mining Script right now. And that would cost $202.50 to buy. 15 millihashes of power, $202 to buy, and it's paying out $439 a year. And again, I mentioned the maintenance fees earlier, which are about 10%. So 10% of 439, or I'm sorry, 90% of 439 is 390, 395, almost 400. So if it's 202 to buy, and after maintenance fees, it's going to pay you 395. That pretty much doubles your investment. And I think, yeah, this is actually showing 14 millihashes of power because I just bought a millihash today. I can see. And to compare that with the SHA, I have 7.4, we'll say 7.5 terahashes of power, which costs $900 to buy, and that pays you out $2,042. Now you might say, well, that's more profitable, but remember the maintenance fees I showed you in my awesome PowerPoint slide is 40% of what they're showing you is going to maintenance fees. So this is actually only paying $1,225 a year after maintenance fees. That's $1,225. And if it costs $900, that's only a 1.56% or 156% increase versus about a 200% increase. Bottom line, HashFlare Script algorithm is the only thing you should be investing in as far as cloud mining. Now, I've also mentioned Genesis mining. Here is my Genesis mining account where you can invest in all these different algorithms. Some of them are sold out. When I wanted to make this video, Dash, which is the most profitable, was available temporarily and sold out again. If Dash X11 ever becomes available on Genesis mining, that's what you should invest in. However, it only pays out for 2 years. Now, the Bitcoin algorithm you can buy pays out for life. Everything else 2 years. So you can see my Bitcoin payouts have been $858 since January is when I invested. And I have 5.1 terahashes. So let's go to buy hash power, and like I said, I have 5.1, we'll say 5 terahashes. It costs $700 to buy, and it's paying me about $2 a day, which is only $730 a year. Now, if it costs, this is the only lifetime contract Genesis Mining offers. At 5.12 terahashes, it costs about $700 to buy. Your return of income is 100% a year versus HashFlare Script, which is about 200% a year. Now, Genesis mining is a lot more complicated to start off with because you buy these algorithms and then you get to choose what you mine. And based off what you mined determines actually how much you're going to get paid out, because mining some things are more profitable than others. If you mine Bitcoin with Genesis mining, stop right now because you are not educated to be nice. If I were to change my mining allocation to Bitcoin, you would see my payouts go down. This little graph right here would take more of a flat line. I've done a lot of experimenting. I've gone back and forth between Dash and Zcash, and Zcash seems to be the most profitable. So do not mine Bitcoin with Genesis mining if you use Genesis mining. and only use Genesis mining if Dash X11 ever becomes available to buy, which as of today, July 21st, you can only buy Ether, Monero, which sucks, don't use it. I haven't tried using the Ether algorithm, it could be good, but it only pays out for 2 years. Again, bottom line, just use HashFlare and just use Skrill, I promise you. And last but very least is Solid Trust Pay, which is this Canadian payment processor where you can make an account and be a business or not. I'm a bank verified, business verified credit card processing account with Solid Trust Pay. Solid Trust Pay is just hard to deal with. I'm not going to say anything bad about them, but I will show you facts. So, as you can see here, I had one payment of, we'll look at this one. I had a payment of $265, and their processing fee is $18.78. Solid Trust Pay charges $1.50 plus 6.5% for credit card fees. And they were also telling me that I needed a pool of $500 to keep in my account before I withdrew any. And the kicker was Solid Trust Pay calls every person that uses a credit card to verify their purchase before they release the funds to you. I don't know if this still stands because I've only ever had 2 payments with Solid Trust Pay and they both came from Xcoins. They're trying to get integrated with e-commerce stuff. Maybe they'll get better later, but I'm just giving you the facts. So actually that one wasn't even honored. To even use Solid Trust Pay, you have to make an account for free, but if you want to be bank verified, you have to go to upgrade your account, and you have to pay like $50 to be bank verified, where you send them money with your bank account to verify it. To be business verified, you have to give them all of your business information. I gave them my corporation's everything you can think of. And that costs like another $55 to be able to process credit cards for Xcoins costs another $50 or something. They have something called a trust card, which is another $50 to buy, and that makes you like a higher priority customer of theirs, so you can withdraw faster. That's Solid Trust Pay. I may make a more detailed video about it later, but that's the least important thing. So, if you've actually watched this entire video, the bottom line is use the links below, sign up with Xcoins, sign up with PayPal, sign up with CoinBase. Once you have enough money, or if you already have enough money, sign up with HashFlare, HashFlare alone is a safe investment. But you might be asking, why would I put money into HashFlare and double my money in an entire year if I can just give my money to Xcoins and make a compounded 15% interest, sometimes more than once a day? And the answer is, if you use Xcoins and just take half of your profit and invest it into HashFlare, you will never stop getting richer. Xcoins may not be around forever, but HashFlare has been around for 3 years, and it is a definite double your money with no chance of being charged back. You can take that Bitcoin and send it to a Bitcoin debit card like BitPay. You can buy things with Bitcoin. If you want completely passive income, just use HashFlare. If you want semi-automatic income, use Xcoin. Sometimes you got to answer emails. Sometimes you got to deal with PayPal. But yeah, that's one of the daily activities that I have involved in my life, and it's to the point that there's so many people in my life involved. I don't do a thing, and my phone goes off all day with PayPal payments, and I like it. So I hope that you learned enough to make these videos. If you have any specific questions, send me a message or an email. I've never made a YouTube video before, but I'd love to help specific people out. Everyone involved with this video, HashFlare, Xcoins, CoinBase, PayPal, Solid Trust Pay, you guys, YouTube, everyone involved is going to be making more money from this video, and I'm not charging people a single thing. So I would love to help you just to actually see some tangible progress. So if you actually watched all this video, I'm surprised, but I'd be glad to help you if you have any questions. So again, I'm not a YouTube person. I don't care if you like this video. I wouldn't bother subscribing. Only share it with people you care about. But if you appreciate the information in this video, just use the links below to sign up. You can sign up with Coinbase, and using my link, you will get an extra $10. I have links for PayPal, HashFlare. There's a code for Genesis Mining that is 3% off any purchase you make, and you can use that as many times as you want. There's a promo code for Xcoins, which I don't understand what it does because I didn't get to use anyone's promo code when I signed up, but I've seen it's like so much off your first purchase if you buy with Xcoins, or it's less transaction fees if you type it in. But either way, it's going to make me referral cents a day if you use it. So for watching this video, just type in the promo code when you sign up. It's whatever I have in the description, this thing right here. Just type in M51S32, and if this actually has any benefit, I'm gonna make some more videos about individual things such as Coinbase, one video about HashFlare, one video about Genesis Mining, and all the other things I've spent over a year teaching myself and making a ton of mistakes, and trying to save people from having that happen to them. So this is OSU Limitless, and thanks for watching. I hope you make some money. See ya.